Now let's first start the flower. I use the white color of the Colors Sport yarn. And first make a magic ring. And then we start 6 chains. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And when do the 6th one, we just use the finger to hold a little bit because we need to insert to this back bump. Then we insert to this first bump to make 1 TSC. And next bump, another TSC, next bump, TSC, next bump, TSC. And there's still 1 bump left here, just to leave it. So now we total have 5 loops on the hook. And we slip 2 stitch together, slip 2 together, and then another slip 2 together, another slip 2 together, and another slip 2 together. And at this moment, because we do the slip 2 together, we also got some bumps at this side. Then we do 2 chains, 1, 2. Then we also find that there are bumps at the back. So we go to the second bump. This is the first. So this is the second bump. We do a TSC. And the next bump, TSC. And the next bump, TSC. Next bump, TSC. So here we still have 1 bump left. Here have 1 bump left. And there are 5 loops on the hook. Slip 2 together, slip 2 together, slip 2 together until 1 loop on the hook. And the next row, that is 1 chain. Then we back to the second bump, 1, 2, second bump, and we make a slip stitch. Make a slip stitch. And then we may do a TSC at next bump, another TSC at next bump, and then another TSC. Please watch carefully. This is here has the back. This is the bump we need to pick up. After pick up this, we still need to another TSC, and this is the last stitch of the first row. So this is the 1. Now we have 5 loops on the hook. Here has 1 bump left. Then we do 2, slip 2 together, slip 2 together, slip 2 together, slip 2 together. Then we do 1 chain. Now we count back to the third bump. 1, 2, 3. The third bump, we make a slip stitch. And next bump, a slip stitch 2. And the next bump is here, the back. And the next is the bump for the first, the chain, this bump. Okay, then we make a slip stitch in the magic ring. So 1 petal is finished. We need to do 5 of these petals. So I will show you next one. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 6th one we just hold a little bit. Then we are easily to insert the hook to the first bump. That is 1, 2, 3, 4. Then still another bump left. Slip 2 together, slip 2 together, slip 2 together, slip 2 together. Then 2 chains. Go back to the second. Start from the second bump. 1, 2, 3, 4. And slip 2 together, slip 2 together, slip 2 together. Then 1 chain. Go back to the second bump to make a slip stitch. And then do the TSC. 1, 2. Be careful. The third one is this, the back loop. 3 and 4. We just go down one step. This one. Then we go slip 2 together until 1 loop left and 1 chain. And then we make slip stitch start from the third bump. 1, 2, 3. The third bump, make a slip stitch. Next bump, a slip stitch. Next bump is this stitch at back loop here. Then jump to this, the very first bump, and make a slip stitch in the. Then repeat another 3 times to make total 5 petals. Now I come to the last petal, and I already slip to this stitch and slip to the very first bump here, and the last slip stitch to the magic ring, and we just insert the last stitch to the first petal, the first stitch of this. We slip here. And then 1 chain to fix it. And cut the yarn. A little bit tighten the magic ring. And then pull this yarn to the back. So this is the flower. Now I show you how to coloring the flower. We need 2 coloring. First, this is an eyeshadow, and this also is sold at our website and our Etsy store. And I found this coloring eyeshadow because this is first, it is cheap. Second, the colors is good for the flowers. But I'm not sure it is a good quality for you to make up. So just use this if you buy from our website. Just use for the yarn coloring. Do not use for other use. I'm not sure if it is really safe for your skin. First, I use the color of this, and the brush. I just recommend for the brush which is the round. If the flat brush, it will not so even. So the round brush is better. So just put some here. And then you brush from top to bottom. So just do like this. If you like, you can do more. Or you just only a little on the tip. It all depends. Okay, after you coloring the front, and just take a little bit at the back. Also from top to like this. Just do like this. And this eyeshadow is very steady on the yarn. You can see there's not, it won't be fade. Now I show you how to make the flower bud. First, use this yarn and make a magic ring. And in the ring, you make 6 single crochets. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then move this yarn tail to the front. First, tighten and move the yarn tail in the front. and then make a slip stitch in the first single crochet stitch. So here we total have 6 stitches, right? Then we make 2 chains, and then in the same this stitch we make a double crochet unfinished, then pull through. So this too is a I think is a 2 double crochet crest. Then in next stitch we also make a 2 double crochet crest, and the next stitch repeat 6 times, 3 loops pull together. Okay, then we come to the first stitch to slip to join. Then next round is 1 chain. This doesn't count as any stitches. Then make a front post single crochet, which means you only need to insert the hook to this stitch and come out to the next stitch and make a single crochet. This is first total 6. Then the second one. Then the third one. So total 6 stitches. After this, we will do an invisible joint. So first, cut the yarn and pull the yarn over. And use the sewing needle. Here, this is the first stitch. We just insert the hook from front to pick up 2 loops to the back, and go back to the last stitch. Only pick up the back loop only. Insert, then insert the needle to the magic ring hole. So just like this. This is the flower bud. Now I show you how to make the leaves. There are 2 leaves for the for this flower, and the leaves is actually easy. First, let's cut the wire. You can cut maybe 10-inch or 8-inch, whatever. I think 10-inch is good. Cut 10-inch the wire, and then use the number 55 yarn. First, let's make the small sleeves. The small sleeve, you just make a 10 chains. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then go back to the second bump. This is the first bump, the second bump. Go to the second bump. Insert the hook. And then put the wire on the hook. Put the wire. And then pull through the yarn to make a single crochet. And the next bump, we make a half double crochet. When you make this make sure the yarn is on the hook, is wrapped. Then this is the third one. We make a single crochet the wire. I'm sorry, a double crochet. That is one single crochet, one half double crochet, and one double crochet. Then next 2 stitches, we will make a triple in each of the stitches. And then we can find there are 4 bumps left. And the first bump, we will make a double crochet. Second bump, a half double crochet. And then we have 2 bumps left. This bump is a single crochet. Next bump, this one is a single crochet again. And then we need to adjust the wire. I can move. Make sure like this. And then we make a chain. Then go back to the first bump. This bump is formed by the chain stitch. We make a slip stitch. Okay. Then we come to this side. So each stitch, we just make 1 stitch. First is this stitch. That is a single crochet. And the next one is a single crochet too. So this is mirrored. And the third one is a half double crochet. Fourth one is a double crochet. And the next 2 is, each of next 2 is a triple. And next here, we have 3 stitches left, and is a double crochet and a half double crochet. And I'm sorry, a half double crochet and a single crochet. After you make the single crochet and then go back to the first stitch, single crochet, and then put this wire to the right and make a slip stitch and pull the loops. Do like this and adjust. Then you can cut this yarn tail. And here you need to cut about 6 to 8 inch. Then you just use this yarn to wind. Make sure you will wind more than 1 inch. Okay, then you just put the yarn tail here and like this. So you just make, this is the small sleeve. Now let's do the larger size sleeve. It's pretty similar with the, like the small ones. Cut the yarn also 10 inch. And for the large size, we make 12 chains. And then go back to the second bump and put the wire on the hook. First stitch, make a single crochet. Next bump, a half double crochet. Next is a double crochet. Then next 4 stitches we make triples. The small size is 2, so here is 4 stitches. All the others are the same. Then a double crochet, a half double crochet, and a single crochet, another single crochet. Then adjust the wire and make the tip that is 1 chain. Then go to the first bump to make a slip stitch. Okay, then go work on this chain, these stitches. This is the first one. When you do this, just wrap the yarn tail, weave in the yarn tail, and wrap the wire. So this is the first one, and the second one, another single crochet, and a half double crochet, a double crochet, and 4 triples. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a double crochet, a half double crochet, and a single crochet. Then move the wire to the right and make a slip stitch on the first pulled and cut this yarn tail, and here cut about 8-inch, same, and then wrap here. To make sure you will wrap more than 1 inch. You should wrap at, then you cannot see the wire, so just wrap it. And so this is the large size sleeve. This is the small size.